Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Seattle. Starting from the 5. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Ooh, got the hearts racing a little earlier than they wanted. My heart's racing up here, but fortune on their side this time, partner, as they do get the ball back and are going to have their opening possession after all.
Yeah, it definitely spooks you a little bit, and you got to now make sure as an offense you settle things down. Maybe a good reminder, too, in the huddle. Hey, boys, let's make sure we take care of this football.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Here's Willis to the air. He's throwing deep to the left side. It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he gets him around 6 there. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action now, Murray. He's going to push one deep down the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's trying another one deep. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing is Willis. Taken in by Noah Fant. Rolling into enemy territory. Big man showing up the yards. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Not even 2 minutes in, Brock, and they've already got 2 touchdowns up on that scoreboard.
Okay, even by the standard the elite offense set every season, this is some incredibly fast-paced scoring to begin a game. They got off the bus ready to roll full speed from the start.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. This is complete to Neighbors. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Murray here on 1st down. Into the hands of Neighbors. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Back to the air. Murray has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Putting a receiver in motion. First and 10, Murray. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. 2nd down coming up.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a given. You don't expect to see many of those drops.
couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Benson now from the gun. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. Offense up to the line fast. Murray to throw here on third. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. The kick by Gonzalez is good, and that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Gano ready to send this away. This is taken in at the 13. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing off the play fake here. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This is Walker on second. He's out in the clear. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw, here's Willis. He finds Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready?
Walker on first down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throw on third down. Still on his feet. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the game stays at 11.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Byron Murphy there to make the play. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Murray. Gets everything he has under this throw. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Murray on 3rd down. Hyatt with the ground. Will be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Giants are set to punt. Tyler Lockett deep for the Seahawks. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Willis. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And this one doesn't go far.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Gets this to Fant. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Back to 60.
Willis now. It's caught Metcalf. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a 3-possession game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Giants with a long field ahead. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now Kyler. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35. 35 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
They've got first down from the 31. Willis looking to throw. Metcalf there to bring it in. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Still sticking with the passing game. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Giants are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Murray here on first down. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's second down coming up.
You know, sometimes when you get outside that pocket and your body weight gets going laterally, that ball will sail on you. I mean, that's a tough connection to make even under the best of circumstances.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's trying to go deep again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They're going to throw it on third and long. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Murray to throw. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Metcalf's got it, complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41.
19 right. Here we go. Here we go. First and 10 at the 40.
To throw, here's Willis. Walker hauls it in. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Willis. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks push their lead further to start the half. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw right side, and McBride has it. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 45 on 2nd down. Throwing deep for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Murray on the play fake. Buys top. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. On now comes their punter. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football. Now an inside give to Walker. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
Running with Walker again. This is ahead for about 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Willis. This gets the 1st and more. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Walker running to the right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Flush down out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Take go.
Willis to throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Escapes out to the left. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
They'll motion Slayton left. Murray on 3rd down. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back to the air, Murray. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants cut into the lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Gano's point after is good. And the Giants will trail by 25.
Giants 10. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They give up the gut to Walker. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Seahawks have the football, and they're in great shape with this sizable lead. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4. Staying with Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Walker now from the gun. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good, and that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, first and 10. The give now to Benson. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Working quickly here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Murray from the pistol. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open. Hey, easy, quick. 2-2-1.
Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. That's caught for the first. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left, big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got it! Had to lay out for it, but touchdown! The Giants making the scoreboard look a touch better. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
This is caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Gano ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. 18 Cardinal.
They go with Walker here. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Into the red zone. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead.
For Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Giants hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play action now, Murray. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Now he loses the ball. They'll recover, still with it. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Whew, I think coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Kyler to throw. Neighbors with a catch. And they make the tackle at the 38. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Murray here on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On second and 10, it's Murray. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
He loses the football, and it's picked out by the Giants. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants trail by 22 now.
Giants 23. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Has this at the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they're going to pass it here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tack on 7 more to their lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close.